So test, gotta see how loud I have to talk.
Hi, hello, welcome.
Smile like that.
It's a regular smile. Yes.
It's crystal clear, we've been for years, struggling straight along the way, but having you by my side makes everything okay. We're watching video clips of all types of shits, laughing out loud, we really hate this crowd, and we don't know where to go, hopefully take it slow. Lots of hustler minds will reject the decline, our approach to life and that, well that's just fine. We wanna let others live because it's none of our business. We press your chest upon our mess. There's so many minds, hey, I'd like to align. See beyond this place, we want a part of this race. We do what we can, you better tough out, man. You're about to pass out or get a break for the cloud. Why is it so hard out here? And they made it so weird. Try to stay woke and humble and joke. It's fucking hard out here.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
Here we are. I'm Joel Morales,
I'm Karen Ayala.
and this isn't even going to be an episode. It's just going to be a little fun thing we do. We're out here at Utopiafest. I'm going to do a panorama for a panorama. What is it called? The solar eclipse. We're out here for the solar eclipse, taking a panorama. Oh my gosh, I sound so silly. I got so many things running through my head. So.
Yeah, it has been so much. Coming here has been wild.
This was, what, like a 90% coverage or something like that? I can't remember. 80%?
I think it's 80%.
Something like that. And
Ring of Fire.
The Ring of Fire solar eclipse, yeah. So 2023, what's today? October
14th.
14th. We drove out here yesterday, Friday the 13th, and nothing happened because that's, I don't know, that's my favorite holiday.
Is it really?
No.
Oh, I do love them. I love Friday the 13th. I think they're super fun. I would love to start getting tattoos on Friday the 13th because it's so cute.
They have those.
I love that they do that.
$13. I think they've increased the prices.
Some people
32.
still do 13.
Oh,
Some people.
cool
So
to
that's
know.
who I want to check out
Okay.
because they're keeping it.
Yeah, if you're never not working, you can go. Either that or you're gonna have to skip jujitsu, dude.
Ah, okay, maybe not. I'm feeling spirit. It's fantastic. I love that happens on Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th.
There is so much going on out here right
Yes.
now. I'm sorry, I'm just looking around, I'm barely paying attention.
No, that's how I was yesterday. Remember, I was just like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
So much to see, so much to do.
This is great. I love coming to festivals, but as of recently, I think like smaller scale festivals are more my jam these days. I'm getting older, you know. I don't party like I used to, and
Tell him about how you partied here all the time. This is something that he's come to many, many times and has fond memories.
fond memories and lack of memories, because I was always inebriated to the max. But you know, thankfully nothing ever happened. I've always felt like we were responsible drinkers to a certain extent.
I feel like everyone says that though.
Okay. Oh, I don't know, we wouldn't like,
They're different though.
we
They're
wouldn't
different.
like, yeah, we wouldn't bother anybody. We wouldn't like get in
Yeah,
fights.
that's
Like, I
good.
don't know.
Okay, that, I mean,
We kind of just hang out, you know.
so
keep
there
to
are
ourselves.
levels to this. We should find out. Like, when are you a rude drinker? Not you, but like when is
Yeah,
it in
yeah, just
society?
anyone out there.
Like once you, oh, that tiger tripped me out, popping out
Oh
of the
yeah. We got a tiger hanging outside of the truck right here. Don't know the name of this band that's currently on, but it's good. All of the music out here and the bands out here are just like super talented and so well put together. Like they sound amazing. It is so nuts. Travis Sutherland puts together this festival and he does an amazing job all the time. Our friends Sucka Please are going to be performing today at 3
I
o'clock.
can't wait.
We're stoked for that.
Yes.
Hopefully get to lose our minds, get funky.
I wish you well, it's just very well, it's just very well.
This has been so much fun.
A lot of fun.
We have the kids out here with us too. That's been a new addition that I'm not used to having at a place like this. Y'all, it's real. It's real. That's funny. Like some of my conversations last night have been exactly about that. You know.
Yes.
And then
I think
Jared was telling me like, dude, I don't know. That's a whole nother world. I don't know how you do it. And I'm like, I don't know either. I'm doing it though, dude.
Yep. Like not only is it new for them too, but it's like new for you, and like coming out in this environment, it's like now you have to like pay attention to little things doing their thing.
Yeah, I think this has been a good experience for that, for the kids to like help themselves become more aware of their surroundings, what's going on, you know, kind of let them wander because it's a small festival ground. And
Yeah.
There's lots of kids here and families.
Family friendly, which everyone's been telling us, and it's really awesome. I love that. And it's true because there's kids running around everywhere.
Yeah.
One of my kids just came by and was like, I got my face painted.
She came back with a face paint and a stick, big old stick that someone gave her.
Yeah, I gotta get that.
Oh. There's a fly on the food that said child left here for us to watch. So kindly. But yeah, I don't know. We're out here. We're gonna hang out and
Yeah, we'll check in every once in a while. Put together a little.
We'll try.
What have you? Something.
We'll try. This is a whole setup thing.
This is
Like,
new
we gotta,
too. We're trying this out. You know, just working on things.
so many things to like attend to.
Oh,
Yeah.
still got a little bit. Still got a little
The solar eclipse is still kind of burning. Where my glasses fell off. Yeah.
Are those yours?
Yeah. So I don't know if y'all saw the solar eclipse. It was amazing. If you didn't, I'm
So
sorry.
lovely.
But yeah, we're still out here hanging out. There's a GoPro set up for one of my buddies. He's doing a time lapse of it. So pretty sure we're gonna be here until it is completely finished, which it's almost there.
Almost. It's got that little bite. That little bite.
We're going on about what, like almost an hour since it like started eclipsing now. So it's passing. Should be finished soon. I don't know how long these things take.
Probably like an hour, right?
Yeah.
I feel like this is a thing that people know.
Yeah,
And
for
they're gonna
sure.
be all like, duh, it's this long because it's going like that. You know, it's doing
Sure.
its thing.
They
It's
have it
just
all calculated in
the
time.
hour.
But last night was
know
cool
what's
too. We don't get to see the stars that often, so we were in
Oh
awe
my gosh.
out here. And then like we get a friend commenting like, "Oh, this is nothing." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, but you're out in like the wilderness all the time.
the time.
Like,
Yeah.
we never get to do it." So here we
And
are.
it is so nice to me. Like I love seeing the stars like that. Getting to see some shooting stars. Oh
I got to see the SpaceX
yeah.
rocket launch.
The rocket launch yesterday.
I just saw something like going in the sky. It was just a light. It was way in the distance, and I was like, "What is that, dude?" I was like, "Come on, UFO, please, UFO."
Yeah.
And then it had like a throttle burst or something like that. You know, a little splash at the end. The flat earthers would say that that's the rocket skimming across the firmament because it creates waves as you would skip a rock in a
Oh, okay.
lake. Yeah, think about it. No, but. Yeah, I saw the throttle burst, and then I was just like, whoa, what? Okay, that's definitely something. And then Jared looked it up, and he's like, yeah, no, that's the SpaceX. And I was like, that is
Nice.
so dope, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And as it went further out into the distance, I saw it had separated to become two. I think it did, either that or something started
That's
following
what it looked like. 'Cause that's what I
Aliens.
saw was too. Oh, it could have been aliens like checking out what we keep shooting off into space.
That's just what I really want it to be. Like,
Yeah, we're wanting aliens to come in.
yeah.
That would be cool. So much space.
Gotta switch hands, I don't want to lose my things. What were you gonna say before that?
We're gonna meditate and bring the aliens in. We're gonna figure out how to
Yeah.
breathe in, breathe out aliens.
Because that is one technique, method that people use to contact extraterrestrials or otherworldly entities as well. Like, because it goes from like, it began like in like I would assume the Eastern Indian cultural practices through meditation. They would have these psychedelic experiences, and they're like, yeah, we know how to contact aliens. We've
Yeah.
known how to do that forever.
Yeah.
And now it's becoming more. Well, it's been a long decade of it or more, I think already, of this guy, Western doctor, like talking about how, yeah, you have to put yourself in this meditative state, and then you see lights in the sky, like in the distance. So I'm just like, okay, well, that's cool, I guess.
Want it
But
to happen. I don't know the process, but if I think real hard, I think that works.
That's all. I think that's all you have to do. Just like think about it really, really hard, but for like a long period of time.
And then like do good breathing.
And then do good breathing.
Yeah.
And make sure to keep your tongue at the roof of your mouth.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know. That's like one technique that some meditators use for whatever. I'm not exactly
It's
sure.
all about aligning
It's
ourselves.
about centering and focusing, yeah, exactly, on like the center of your existence. And by doing so, you summon the demons and angels that history has spoken about for at least the
I
last
don't want to get possessed.
5,000 years.
I don't want to get possessed. I want to chill. Like I want to hang out.
I think the whole concept of a demon is very Western. Comes from like the Greek mythologies of demon or something like that, which was a negative state of mind, and that's what how they referred to that.
Yeah.
And then it became demons, like
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
There's this one guy.
So don't have a bad trip.
Don't have a bad trip. That's all of the demons are, is just bad thoughts.
Yeah. You gotta cleanse that.
Yeah.
Cleanse that. Do your breathing.
The ancients knew, just like they knew the earth was flat. I'm gonna get us canceled. I don't believe the earth is flat, by the way, just like full disclosure.
I know we like to mess around a lot.
Yeah, because they're fun. Do you want my purse?
So we're not trying to be too mean. We're just being silly.
Oh yeah, this is all in good fun too. Yeah, that's true. I forget that. Like, my sense of humor can be offensive. My bad.
And you love really offensive humor, so that's why.
I'm a punk rocker, bro, through and through.
I must say, this is probably a terrible angle for me. But also, this is day 2 out here.
Yeah. I mean, we had like half a day. We got here like at 5 or 4.
Yeah, but it was a
whole
long
evening.
day. It was a whole day.
Yeah.
Like, I know it was a half a day, but that was a day.
Yeah.
It was a day.
All right, I think I'm good. You good with this?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're gonna try to get some people to talk to us a little bit. See
Maybe
what's up.
ask some people some questions. If anything out here has been tough for them, or if this is like a great way for them to release and not have to worry about a thing, maybe.
Next band's about to go on.
They have 2 stages here. It's really cool. The Utopiafest sign on top is awesome.
So we're just gonna ask some folks about
It's got
some things with them. A little bit left. Okay. All right. So yeah, let's put this on hold for right now, and then we'll
see
get
if we
back
can get
to
some
it.
interviews and stuff.
Yeah. All right.
That is so funny.
Yo. Here we are still at Utopiafest. We finally got to sit down in the chairs together.
Yep.
Get in a minute.
Chilling.
There's a lot to do. Lots to like catch up with folks that I haven't seen in a while. Just even say hi, you know.
Yeah.
Show so much appreciation and gratitude for just being able to come and see them. Oh, dude, we gotta get you on. Come on, now's the time. You can
Perfect timing.
You can eat your pizza. It's fine.
So we have one possible guest in mind.
Soon? Too soon?
He said soon.
Did he say soon or too soon?
Soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's figuring out his hammock situation.
They're hard. Oh, we're in a hammock section. It's
Oh, dude,
really
that one's
cute.
broken. All right. So what were you saying?
We're in a hammock section. There's a bunch of trees, or a cute little grouping of trees, and hammocks across, and there's a handful of kids just relaxing. Yeah, just chilling. It's the cutest little area.
It's I'm gonna try to get a view of it, but let's see how good it does. There it is. Nice and chill. I don't know, what did we say earlier? Like there was let's talk about the eclipse.
Oh yeah.
The
So we
eclipse
saw that.
was
Wait, no, we were
amazing.
there watching. We started after we watched
Yeah,
the
but-
eclipse.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, during it. We were recording during it.
Okay, so now let's talk about afterwards when it fully eclipsed and it was like at what, like 80, 90% coverage or something like that? So it was called the Ring of Fire, right? And
Yeah.
that was just so weird. Everyone, not everyone, but some folks out here were talking about how, oh, it's so symbolic to have an eclipse like that, and I don't know, there's a time for change, or however you like interpret it or view it, you know.
Yeah.
It's very interesting, and for whatever reason, I was like so grateful that I got to see it. and I just started crying, like tearing up. I just got so sad and like happy. I got like happy sad
Yeah.
and was tearing. I don't know, I just think that's like super cool, and I think it's awesome that humans are able to like observe those types of things and like calculate them and find out when they're gonna happen, and then we all get to like enjoy it, you know?
Yeah, exactly that.
So, feel very privileged and grateful.
Yeah, I'm so happy that I got to see it. It was really nice being with you, and then
Yeah, that was
just
a really nice aspect to it.
experiencing it was so cool. Like just seeing the magnitude of this happening was just really precious. I don't know. It was cute.
Yeah, it was a tender moment
Yeah, it was lovely.
after doing some behavior correction or behavior explaining, I don't know. With the kids,
Yeah.
just telling them like, hey, guys, your moods affect those around you, and we're just trying to like
Yeah.
let you know that that's what you're doing. So, how do you think that makes us feel? Essentially, right? That was like the concept.
I mean, it was just like, hey, we want you to have a good time. We're trying to create good times, but if you're not into it, like it's okay, but you can't be mean to other people because you're not into it. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's okay to feel that way.
We started
But,
making suggestions for one, and they refused to like just even attempt any of them.
I mean, classic teenager. They were like, no, that's not gonna work. No, that's not gonna work.
But it was so beautiful to me, at least, that we were able to like reason with them. Be like,
Oh
dude,
yeah.
we're giving you solutions,
Yeah.
and you're
Oh
denying
yeah,
every
that
single
was
one of them.
such a good conversation. The way it ended up, and just being like, well, we can only offer you so much advice.
I think the language played an important role too, because he kept saying like that's impossible. And I was
Yeah,
like,
that's impossible.
there's a difference
It's like,
between
yeah.
impossible and like not wanting to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
So it seemed to register, so that was really great.
It was nice.
It's one of those hallmark moments, you know. I'm sure you parents out there know.
Definitely the one where you're like, that went well. I did that.
I still don't consider myself a parent though. I feel like I have to put in like 5
More
years
time?
solid. Yeah.
That's interesting because, like, well, I mean, sometimes parents are just parents like that, like within an instant. Like,
Well, yeah, the people that actually
like when they birth it.
birth the child, of course. Yeah, but I
So-
was never put in that situation.
True, but also there's adoptive parents who just get right into it. And they
I
just
didn't
start.
adopt them either.
In a way.
Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Just kidding.
Well, I guess I'm just comparing like how parents do become parents in
Yeah.
an instant
Yeah.
sometimes.
That's fair.
Yeah. But I guess I don't know. Maybe it's time. Maybe for them it's with time.
Time for what, me?
No. I'm just saying like with time, with,
Oh, with
you're
time.
putting in the time, right? And then that's how it becomes a parent.
Oh, Mom. What? What'd you say?
She said, "Are we gonna go?"
Oh. Does
No.
she need to?
No. Remember, we said we were gonna chill because nobody needed anything from the camp. I'll be back.
Okay. Hey guys. So here's another pickup episode of It's Hard Out Here. We are at the washateria, but because I have to spend too much time blurring people's faces out, and then there's a lot of background noise a lot of the time, we decided to do it from the outside. There'll probably still be traffic noise, I just realized.
Oh
but-
yeah. But it won't. I guess it won't be as bad as like the loud dryer that we encountered
Potentially,
in there.
yeah. Maybe we'll see a fight. I don't know. It's crazy out here. Sorry for the shaking. I'm trying to adjust the stick. I guess we could have set up the
You know, I was
tripod at this
wondering,
point, because I
yeah.
don't think anyone's gonna walk by here. So
Yeah.
this is where we're like at, right by the dumpster. Thankfully, it doesn't smell disgusting
Yeah, which
because
is
it
awesome.
has
It has for
in
sure.
the past, especially when it's hot.
As dumpsters do.
It just adds that extra element just to make you feel terrible. Like, I don't know.
But it's good.
So we're gonna do a Utopiafest recap.
Yeah.
Because we were exhausted when we were recording that other bit that I'm probably gonna put before this one,
Yes.
but like put them together because collectively it should make like 45 minutes or something because we didn't record very long that last time.
No, there were 2 little snippets, and I thought they were
can you hold this
cute.
one?
Yes. I thought they were cute and funny, so I'm excited to include those. But I thought it was very funny how like spaced out I was. So that was the difficult part for me as well. It was just like,
Keep going.
I know. I'm trying to like gather my thought on that, like how to explain it. Yeah, just like super space cadet out there. So much going on, and really not even that much going
Exhibit A.
on.
You're like, what is he doing?
No, I knew you were. I was like, he's setting a timer.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, okay, so how did I feel about that?
I know, I'm giving you shit. I'm just gonna check my socials real quick. You can carry this episode. You got
okay.
this.
So it was wild just getting there because I just I feel like in most places whenever I show up, I'm just like starstruck, but not. It's just like, whoa, look at all this stuff. What's happening? And I feel like I look like I'm lost. So
If y'all ever see her out, she's just gonna be like wide-eyed and just like with a serious face on.
Yeah.
But just wide-eyed.
I look like I'm on something. And
Yeah.
so,
Yeah. You look like you're rolling.
Yeah.
Or maybe on acid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so because of that, we've sort of developed a system. Like sometimes when we're in public, I'll just grab her and direct her, or like I'll pull her or I'll push her because she doesn't know. She's not navigating.
Yeah, no.
And like it's difficult to walk with her in public places sometimes because she's not navigating. She'll bump into me. She'll get in my
Yeah.
way. Like I
Can't walk in a straight line.
Oh, yeah, so
and
I-
then like I can't pay attention to like the path in front of me because there's like so much going on. So it's like, yeah, I prefer whenever he's like,
Yeah, like when I grab her by the back of the neck and like direct her is one of the go-tos.
yeah. So y'all will see that in those videos.
Have you seen these clouds? Look at what I was just tripping out on that. Like all the chemtrails.
Yeah.
Here, you want to turn with me and
Yeah.
like check it out so everyone can see? Look at that. There is a
Large
like a
pattern.
what do you call it? Like a masterpiece up in the sky right now. A fine piece of artwork.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And then there's like one being done in real time. Where'd it go? Is that it?
Over there. Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. We'll come
It went
back.
by.
Oh yeah, that's the one. I got it, but it's the other end. Anyways, thought that. Whoa, sorry. I thought that was interesting. Oh my god, this
It is interesting.
difficult to do. Oh, I got a whiff from the
Because it was
dumpster.
90 degrees yesterday.
So sorry about all the shaking. I don't know if I'll be able to. What is it called?
Stabilize it?
Stabilize it.
It's trying its best. I
'Cause-
should have put on like super
Because the apps have
stabilizing.
that function now. That what do you call it?
Feature,
Feature.
right?
Yeah.
I feel like there's another word too that you could use.
No, feature was the one I was looking for.
Okay, cool. I'm glad.
You know that tech talk? All that fancy tech talk. I'm just
yeah.
getting tired.
Here, let me
I'm
try
gonna
it.
put it on my hip. I'm gonna put it on my hip. You wanna try it?
Yeah. Or do you want to tripod it?
Well, no, we can't tripod at this stage. It'll be like super shaky. Got
Okay.
it? Got it? Got
Yeah.
it? Got it? Got it? Okay.
Yay!
So speaking of like being distracted, like we just got, yeah, the fest was a lot of fun. Lots of
much
ups and
fun.
downs, super stressful, super fun. Having the kids there was definitely a crazy element to it, and you're gonna hear us talk about it a couple times because we also did an episode with one of our friends who doesn't live here in Texas, in Austin. So we're gonna bring that back up. It was his it was a new experience for him as well, like being with kids at a festival like that. Because one year we had gone, he wore a full monkey spacesuit. So he had like the orange astronaut jumpsuit on, and then just like a monkey helmet, like mask thing. And so he looked like a mascot, and he was dancing, and he was on acid. And then a bunch of little kids started fucking with him, and he was like,
terrorizing that
he was just freaking out, and he was like trying to run away from them like this, and they were just chasing him, and it was pretty hilarious.
Oh, that is fantastic.
But Utopiafest is wonderful. I mean, it's just everyone is so happy to be there, and people are very friendly, and you like start talking to folks just randomly anywhere you go. Like we had one run-in with someone when they were parking by our camp spot. They showed up the last day, and we were like taking a break from the festival. And
we literally just got to the camp to just like chill
out. Yeah. And this woman was like setting up her tent, and then she came and talked to us. It's just like, hey guys, it's like finally got there. And I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, because it was late on Saturday, which is the last day.
And then we just started talking, and well, she started talking, and then she would just stand there, and wait for like a response of some kind. And so well, that's what it seemed like to me. So I was just like,
for sure.
Yeah,
because it's like, you know, if you're going to the fest, then go to the fest. But it was interesting that she stopped to just like talk to us. But I mean, I guess that's what people do.
Yeah, and we're just
camping.
Not prone to that.
I don't know. I think we talked about this. I was like, well, aren't you going to get to it? Because it's late on Saturday. And like the whole thing that she's saying to us is like, can't believe I made it. And I'm so excited to be here. And we're like, well, it's over there.
We were thinking this to ourselves. We weren't telling her that.
Yeah.
We were both thinking along the same lines of like, why does she keep talking to us if she's talking about how she was trying so hard to get here? And now that she's here, she's like not going to the festival grounds. She's just talking to us.
And music's playing. It's so good.
But I guess that's like part of the experience, I suppose, right? When you go to the festivals, like meeting the people too.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. But yeah, we were just taking a break from that. We had already had some encounters at the festival, like talking with people. But you've been there so many times, and you've had like amazing experiences, but you're going with like your family, like your friend group that is your family.
Oh yeah.
And then you've met people out there, so you have a long history. It was just like...
Yeah. Well, a history, not a long history, but a history.
A history?
A little bit, yeah.
I guess...
I've only gone like 4 times, I think. 3 or 4 times, something like that.
All right. I guess I think it's long because like of how close your relationship is with her.
Is with what?
Those people.
Those people. Oh yeah.
Do you want to wait until this car
Some
goes
of
by?
them. Yeah. You want to go ahead and hit stop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry about that. So like we said, you're gonna run into noise trap, and the car was parked right here, Mustang, and
so we did you a favor.
just fired it out.
You were into that, but we don't have the equipment to record that correctly, I guess. Went off on a super tangent there. ASMR cars.
Oh my God, yeah. See, I would have no idea that your mind was going there. I'm like, what the f are you talking about? Like, she does that so much, where she just starts going off on something. I'm like, what are you?
But it's like a little bit. It's a little bit relevant. Like the context is like in the environment, sort of.
No, my point is just that I have to like remind you, like, hey, context. I don't know what you're talking about. You're just talking.
Yeah. I do a weird thing where it's like half sentences, and like I don't give a man. I wish I knew parts of a sentence so that I could explain this better.
Okay, so
sometimes I don't.
Back to the festival.
But it's a cool experience, and I was so glad that I got to go. And then it's new for the kids to do that. And like the way you've explained it, I've just thought it was like really cool and fun. And although I guess I forgot about all the like trippy aspects of it, like when people would be doing stuff. Like
stuff like what?
Like your friend that was in the monkey suit and was on acid. How much that sucked for him to have kids chasing him. I liked what he said about what was it? Changing the tradition on that, and that he didn't have a sketchy experience with kids. Because I was nervous about my kids being there and it being like bad for some people, or just like I don't know, just like I guess bad behavior or bad manners. And so I was hoping that they would have a good time and also not hurt other people.
In a setting like that, it's very different because there's so many people there. I feel like they would be like, thankfully they were like, I don't know, humbled. That's, you know, because I mean, you know, one of them was like needing a lot of attention and couldn't seem to get it like elsewhere, even though there was like a ton of people there. Because I remember there was one moment where I walked over to go check on them, And this was after they had gotten used to the idea of like, hey, you guys can go like explore. It's fine. Like
Very
we're just gonna
family
be
friendly.
here. Yeah.
Super family friendly.
Yeah, and they were sitting like by themselves, kind of moping and just sad when all these like kids around them were having fun, like painting rocks and stuff. And I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So I went over to you and I was like, hey, go talk to them. I can't tell if they're waiting for something or if they're just bummed because they're no one's talking to them.
So they were waiting for something too, and they talk a little bit, but they were very serious about the task that they were doing, and they were trying to stay like, I don't know, very fair. But it was an interesting moment because it was a time where like all these kids were like doing stuff, and I was like, maybe just share it a little bit more. I don't know. So yeah, that was an interesting time.
Yeah.
But
and then the other one was just like not wanting to go do anything, and then got bored, and it's like, hey, guess what? There's a whole festival going on. You should go find something to do. I'm sorry that you're bummed out. That is that's crappy, but also like you're here, so maybe make the best of it.
That was basically how our conversation went.
Teaching moments.
Because they kept asking questions. They were like, no, it's not going to work, and we're like, it could work. And they're like, no, that's not going to work, and we're like, oh, this could work.
Oh yeah, that was a big moment. It was like, we keep offering you solutions and you just keep denying all of them. Do you see the problem with that? Like, there's a difference between can't do it and don't want to do it.
And they're like, yeah, that's fair. And then they went off and did some stuff.
Like one of the things is like, oh, that's impossible. And it's like, no, it's not, it's totally possible. It's just that you don't want to do it.
So one of my favorite lines from that child, which I have told everybody, it is so funny and wild. Do you know it? Do you know which one I'm thinking of? Oh.
Taking forever to say it. I'm like, hurry up, say it.
It was, he was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. I haven't been kidnapped.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So funny. And so Utopia is a small town, you know, it's mostly like conservative, but very liberal too in several aspects, like real nice people.
Freedom.
And one of the vendors was a local, and they overheard that child say that. And they were laughing, getting a good kick out of it. And of course, I was very like openly vocal out there, you know, just talking to the kids so everyone could hear. That way everyone kind of would chime in a little bit. I'm like, yeah, that's like kind of the support you need, you know, community, everyone with good intentions, like.
And they were.
And if people say something that you don't like necessarily agree with, you just talk to the kids about it later. Be like, hey, that thing that person said, like, I don't personally necessarily agree with it. This is why, or whatever, you know, like discuss it later. But anyways, now I'm ranting. The woman that was vending, she was like, oh my gosh, you know, the last time we had a kidnapping around here was never. And I was like, see, like, look what she just said. Like this, you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff out here.
I was like, oh, okay.
And I was like, yeah, the city's got them all effed up. Like, because they hear like gunshots and like people fighting sometimes.
Oh yeah.
You know, and like it gets crazy.
Yeah.
So you can imagine how like scary that would be for a child, especially children that don't get out much. Like
that's why I like camping. I like that they get to have that separation, and hopefully they can feel safe, because still they feel scared just to do that. They're like outside, sleeping outside. It's going to be freezing. I'm going to die of hypothermia. There's going to be a bear. It's going to eat me. There's going to be a bug. It's going to bite me. So
crazy stuff.
Yeah. Never going to go to sleep.
So wild. And then I discussed this with a couple of people already, but I was listening to a podcast where Jimmy Carr was on, and he had said something like, you know, 14-year-olds in our day used to be babysitters, and now 14-year-olds need babysitters. And I was just like, is that true across the board? And because I definitely get that from one of your children. I'm just like, wow, you're already, you know.
They don't need a babysitter. They're fine.
No. But like in other aspects,
in that sense, I guess, or the same feeling of that kind of sentence.
Yeah. Yes. In line with just being incapable of taking care of yourself, you know, and or taking care of others for that matter. Because like they can be alone for them, but like. They would figure it out eventually, but it would be hard. They definitely
wouldn't be a babysitter.
It would be, they couldn't do it for someone else.
I see. Yeah,
and like, you know, things like just being able to like navigate your neighborhood, like just around the block or something, you know, like they would get lost or like freak out. I mean, one of them got lost just going through the parking lot at the old apartment complex, right? Like,
oh yeah.
And that's the older one, you know, they were just going from the apartment unit to the bus stop, or vice versa, and then they
Yeah, I
just
think
got
it
lost.
was towards home, and it like
Yeah.
I think it was just like you just have to, you know, keep going down. and
Literally
that's
just
it.
the parking lot, like
Yeah.
from one end of the complex to the other.
I think I was that way when
crazy.
I was little too, but I was also sheltered, so I think
Right.
that matters. Like
Yeah,
exposure is such a big
exactly.
deal. Like sharing and knowing things
Yeah.
and going out to do stuff really freaking matters.
I mean, you see the kids out there, Utopiafest, they're like running around. Dude.
Yeah.
There's like no adults in sight. You know, I mean,
there
they're
were tons of kids where I was like, I don't know which ones are your parents.
right. Yeah, I mean, because they all look the same. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Jokes, guys. It's okay. Hispanic people look the same too. Like, I don't care. Anyways, so dumb. Yeah, like, you know, several children like running around. Plenty of adults around too, though. So
Yeah,
like, if
yeah.
anyone tries anything, it's like, hey, that's probably not a good idea. You know, like, but despite
Definitely
that,
lots of eyes out, which
Yeah.
was cool.
and then like the music was just amazing. All the
Yes.
bands were so on point.
They were
we got to see our
good.
friends perform in Suck a Please.
So
We had shared a poster, an old poster of Suck a Please in the episode with Natalie, in the Natalie with episode.
and which was so good, and it was amazing to get to watch them play. It was so good.
And then,
Yeah.
we recognized one of the drummers from another band that's from like,
Yes, from
technically
Austin.
from Houston.
Oh, really?
That other band that he was playing in
Oh, okay,
at
yeah,
Utopia
yeah.
Fest
Oh,
is
the one
technically
we
from
know.
Houston, but the drummer that we are familiar with plays in a local ska punk band, well, like a Mexican ska punk band. You know, all their songs are in Spanish. They have some lyrics in English, but yeah, Los Curados. And I got to talk to him. It's funny though because I thought his name was Bruce for like the longest time, and because I know two of the band members by name, and you know I kind of know the rest like just through association, and I thought his name was Bruce this entire time, and I was like, "Hey, Bruce, right?" And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "No, do you play in Los Curados?" And then like kind of went like that, you know. And he was like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Okay, yeah, dude. Sorry, I thought your name was Bruce. Isn't someone in the band Bruce?" And he's like, "Yeah, the bassist." I'm like, "Okay, my bad. What's your name?" And his name's Eric, and he's an amazing drummer, amazing musician,
Yeah.
super nice guy. So we just started like chit chatting after that because, of course, I let him know I was like, we're big fans of
Super
Los
huge.
Curados. Like I used to go watch y'all play all the time. But I had introduced my girlfriend to y'all too, and she like immediately fell in love.
Yeah, they're so good.
And like, so you know, he was just like super grateful. He's like, "Thank you so much," and we got to chatting. He told me about his other projects that he's involved in, and so
Yeah.
hopefully get to check those out soon too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool that you just got to talk to him when you were mentioning that like so many people at Utopia Fest are just artists and they're very
Yeah.
talented artists.
Yeah.
And you see them
It's
like
so
either
crazy.
performing or just doing other stuff, and it's like that was so cool that you got to speak to him.
Yeah.
Because that band was so good.
They were ridiculously
Yeah.
good. It
Did
was
they close out
amazing.
that first night or Friday
It
night?
was Saturday night.
Was it Saturday
They
night?
closed out Saturday. No,
No,
sorry,
no,
Friday
yeah.
night. Yeah. The first night we were there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
My mind jumped to like no second night, but it was the second night of the fest, which
yeah,
is what I was
yeah.
thinking.
So
but it
that's
was
why I
our
try to
first
clarify
night.
with
Yeah.
Friday. Like,
Sorry.
no, you're okay.
We do that a lot, by the way, where it's like I try to explain to her what was going on in my head. That way we can better communicate in the future, and I don't have to go through explaining every goddamn thing to her.
But I mean, it still does have to explain.
I
things
still-
to
of
me.
course, because
it's a practice. You know, you're trying to
Neuralink,
get
let's
better.
go. Come on. Let's do it. I'm ready. I'm
That's
so
what
tired of this.
I said I would do
Can
it.
you hold this?
Yes.
Our timer is up.
Okay. So
All
our
right.
clothes are ready.
I mean, yeah.
Utopia Fest was
Utopia
freaking
Fest
cool.
was amazing.
We loved the music. We loved
We're-
the people and time.
We're gonna be back out
the
there.
eclipse was fantastic.
We're gonna be back out there in April for the total eclipse, where it should be like darkness. I mean, not complete darkness, right? They say I read about it a little bit. Anyways, should be a lot of fun. Yeah, if you guys can try to make it out there, you know, it's a great time.
Very fun
Everyone's,
time.
like I said, very inviting and welcoming and super
Do the
friendly.
camping. It's beautiful
camping
out
is
there.
necessary. They
If
have-
You're obsessed with stars. Ooh.
Oh yeah, we've got to see the stars for once in like who knows how long, and it was just amazing. It's funny because our friend Jared was just like, you know, who's been living in Colorado. He's like, this is nothing. And I'm like,
I
oh,
know.
whatever, dude. Like,
Yeah.
come on, we never get to see this. Don't ruin this for me.
Oh, what were you saying? You went somewhere. You were were gonna mention something. Was it about like going or?
Yeah, I'm getting back to it. Yeah.
Okay.
So we what was I gonna see now? Now I'm throwing off.
I hate that. I'm not helpful whenever I try to like tell someone like, oh, you were having a thought.
I was, and I was gonna get back to it, but I just wanted to drop that in.
And then
So we got to see the stars out there, and that was super cool. And Jared tried to shit on it, and I was like, no, don't do that.
We're simple.
Another thing that reminds me of, so I'm just gonna forget the other thought.
Okay.
One of her kids was like, man, they just need to put like a 7-Eleven nearby, maybe McDonald's, you know, just in case for others. And I was like, don't Coachella my Utopiafest, bro. So just keep that in mind if you guys do go out there, you know, that festival, it's like, it's a gift, you know. It's at a private ranch, and like this family is kind enough to offer their ranch, and then Travis Sutherland puts so much work and effort into it, you know, and it's like his one of his biggest projects. And that guy's always like trying to give back to his community, him and his family. Like they're utopians,
how much love
you know,
that they put into this, and that was really beautiful.
Yeah, and it's a family
really
festival, but you can also just go without, you don't have to like take kids or anything, you know, friends go all the time, and it's just like everyone's chilling, hanging out, enjoying the scenery, you know, taking the nature in, and then partying. Oh, they have late night sessions, which are really cool, quiet time sessions over at the Tank usually, that's the stage that they do it at, and they'll do like acoustic sets, you know, people pass out there, like, you know, because it's like nighttime, it's bedtime, and underneath the stars, you know, minimal light show, like, it's just like overall, it's a great festival, and if y'all ever get the chance,
join us. We'll put some info in the what is it, description, and
we'll be sure.
Maybe we'll see you out there.
Tag them. Yeah. All right, guys. Until next time. We'll see you later.
Bye.